Welcome to our exclusive walkthrough of the BMWi Vision D concept. D stands for Digital Emotional Experience, and it's just one of the many things that makes this car, this concept, so interesting. So as you know, when BMW uses the term vision, that is purely a concept vehicle. This is not a vehicle that is intended, or I should say is, production ready with different cladding. However, this reductive styling, the shape, a lot of what you see here is absolutely part of BMW's plans for the future, which is exciting. I think it's exciting for all of us who have grown a little tired of the overwrought design and styling of the last few generations. I mean, quite frankly, flame surfacing has been around since the early 2000s. What BMW has done here is to reduce that, take that away, and harken back to the shapes and the proportions of the E21, the E30, some of the classic BMWs. Also interesting is this is a sedan. This is not an SUV. And so once more, it harkens back to that classic BMW formula. But what we've done here is actually have a walkthrough with a BMW specialist who is actually the person, the individual who led all of the UI design. Max Rush is based in Munich. He is a UI designer for BMW. In fact, he's also done the Mini Aceman recently that we saw last fall. And what this is all about is personalization, or at least on the sort of face of it. The personalization allows for a specific avatar to be created, which we made one, I made one. You'll see it here. And that avatar actually is then part of the experience. A little corny, but interesting. Obviously, there's some things that I can do. Some following you as you walk up to the car, things like that. But what gets really interesting is when we get inside of the cabin and we start to experience BMW's production intent, meaning it will come to production, full width heads-up display. That, to me, outside of the exterior design, which is really fantastic in person, it's the heads-up display that is the star of the show here, because that's what we will see in 2025. And so if you want to get a glimpse of what we're going to see in the New A class, which is that next generation, or sort of, I should say, first fully electric BMW sedan and crossover, this is it. This is that design language. This is some of that tech. So sit back, enjoy. We're going to walk through this car with Max. We did it on the floor, of course, at CES, so it's a little noisy until we get in the cabin, but I think you'll find it worth it.
What do you think?
Pretty good, right, B?
I think it looks just like him.
This is kind of wild, actually.
Yeah, you like it?
So tell me, what's the concept? It's personalization, really?
Exactly. And the car should be your buddy. That is one of the main ideas. I mean, it has obviously your avatar on the side.
Hello, Gabriel.
That's
NG on
fantastic.
board,
Yeah.
and it also has the sensors on the front and on the side as well.
So it's sensing when I'm here.
Exactly.
And
now
it's- and this is e-ink.
sensing us. So see, now you can walk, and it's the e-ink is moving. Even your face will follow.
Oh wow, that's okay. All right, that's wild.
That should be all about you.
Yeah.
And for me, it should be subtle. It should be not in your face when you need it.
And is it sensor there, and then down here as well?
It's just down there.
That's just down there. Okay.
But
So when you're the lead, you're the designer, the UI
Yes.
designer, which of course this is all about UI.
yes,
It really, in a sense.
That's a big part of it.
So what was the concept for this originally? Just like, how do we create something that feels as personal as possible?
Right. So we had the technology, the e-ink technology, but this should be a perfect symbiosis between. Okay, we got the technology.
Yeah.
How can we create something that feels all natural with this trick? Creates this one unique character.
Absolutely. And so then the concept is, if I have, like, my partner is also driving, then it would recognize,
Right.
that person as well,
Everyone on board should be on the back as well.
and the kids and the dog and everything else.
Exactly. I mean, the car should be like your friend, part of your family.
That is really, really interesting.
It should not intimidate you. It should not be super flashy. It
Was-
should be just there.
And what's interesting about this is it's a sedan and not a crossover,
Exactly.
and from a form perspective, it harkens back to like an E21 or an E30.
Exactly.
3
That's
Series.
the classical 3-box shape.
Yeah.
3-box design, BMW, everyone.
It's a like, as just somebody who loves those cars, it's
Right,
such an
right.
amazing return to form. I love it so much. And the
It's super
simplicity.
simplistic. It has a touch of the E30, E21.
Yeah.
Classic. It's
Yeah.
it's all in there. But that is something BMW is very known for.
Yeah.
That's something we want to use this as a platform for the market.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, especially given how revolutionary that vehicle ultimately will be.
Right.
You
It's
know,
perfect for the city. It's perfect.
right, absolutely.
So let's jump in.
Yeah,
Are
let's
you ready?
check it out. Absolutely. Should I go on the driver's side?
Yes, we'll open the door and jump in. So we got first chai tack. We got the doors.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you can adjust your seat a bit.
Oh yeah, that'd be
I think it's
fantastic.
more comfortable for you.
Yeah. Right now you're.
Oh,
super
that's
close.
really helpful.
And now you can close the door. Just a 2-second push, and then it will close.
Wow.
And if you don't need it, it will just disappear.
So this is ShyTech, and the concept is that is I don't know what the technology is, but essentially it's a screen behind some fabric,
Right.
some textile, if
But
you
it's
will.
hidden. So
But it's
only
hidden.
if you need it, it will be there.
And so
That's the
then,
nice part.
another-
How do you start it?
do I just what?
How do you start?
Do I just say please start?
Find a button.
I mean, there's
Hello.
okay, that's pretty compelling.
So this is, and if you move it to the next stage, and we got more information. For right now, it's perfect. You can
Wow.
go back to the first.
The first one,
That's what we.
sure.
D, are you taking over the steering? We're
I will
actually
handle the
recording.
steering for you.
Perfect.
You can accelerate anytime you like, and don't be shy.
Oh my
So all
gosh.
you have to do is accelerate.
Okay.
D's taking over the steering for you.
That's actually pretty compelling. That's actually really weird. Okay, so we're in. Looks like now I basically feel like I'm in a video game.
Right.
There is a heads-up display that's the full width of this car,
Right.
and I know you can't say what it is, but it's not projection because it's so clear.
If you go to the next step, you get more information.
Wow. Okay, this is a game changer. What's really interesting about this is it feels, all of the screens that would be here or here.
You don't need it.
Yeah, you don't need it, and it feels so refreshing and kind of, in
It
a
does.
sense, like I'm relaxed,
And
more
you can,
relaxed.
You can even give me some information as well with the next step.
All right.
So now I got my widget. You get your information there as well. You're guiding.
That's amazing.
We're also tracking your head motion so we can put navigation on the road.
Okay, that's helpful. I
And
appreciate
I bet
that.
you haven't seen the cyclist coming.
No, because
so
I'm
there's a collision warning as well
Did you feel it?
in the seat. It will
yeah,
be
yeah.
a vibration.
Little
in the
vibration,
seat.
yeah. That's brilliant. Okay, this is really next level.
So the cool part is it doesn't distract you.
Yeah.
So it's there. Right now we got a lot of information in there. But you know what? We don't have any screen. I mean, you can certainly reduce it any time. But you know what? We're at the CES, so we want to show what the potential is. And we can go even further.
Yeah.
Butterflies.
The butterflies are coming. And that, what does it mean, D?
Means we're heading for the virtual world.
All right. Then let's start the next stage.
All right, here.
Yes.
Oh, missed it. Okay.
Welcome.
That is a game changer. So at this point now, I mean, theoretically, am I in like some sort of like L3 autonomy where I can just chill in?
Not even close.
Okay. Where am I?
The thing is, it's actually an actual road. You're actually driving on
Mhm.
the road, but
Mhm.
it will project on top of that. So it is, the cool part is it's the same road, but it will map this world on top of it. So it's raining outside, and we don't want to have like the super misery weather and the super boring road. Like, you can project anything on top
So
of it.
this is a truly augmented reality that I'm driving through. So it's
But
augmenting
it's
the
gonna be
world.
the same road.
I'm driving through some crazy version of Las Vegas right now.
Right. That's the BMW-ish design of the
Yeah.
metaverse. But hey, D, what else can we show or should we show in the future?
I would love to have a map of Hawaii to drive through.
Hawaii, yeah. I would love to have a racetrack. That would be nice.
Oh,
Okay.
Perfect. And since we're almost back at the hotel, we reduced it to the very
Just the sort
minimum.
of typical, yeah. And so the intent, I don't want to get you off script here, but the
Don't
intent
worry.
here is that, I mean, BMW has said, okay, so this is a HUD
Yeah.
that stretches the entire width of
Right.
this
You can stop in front of the hotel if you want.
windshield.
Still talk. Perfect.
welcome back.
Oh, thank you. Got a little vibration in the seat, by the way. Is that telling me I'm back? Is
Right.
that it?
Yes.
So this is a sort of production intent. I mean, you're sort of showing what's possible, obviously.
Yeah.
And this is something that BMW is going to bring to the market. They said in 2025.
Exactly.
And now this is a little outlandish. Like, I can immediately sort of understand the benefits. How?
It is. It's
Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel.
right.
Oh,
And
thanks for the reminder.
The cool part is, even for us seeing this technology the very first time, it was like, okay, it opens up. Like,
Mhm.
right now we have so many displays in the car, but you don't need so many displays anymore.
Right.
If you have it in there, it cleans up so much, and the car ages very fast with a screen.
Right.
So the bezel around it, the pixel density, and you don't have this anymore. So
Yeah.
the interior can be an interior. Again, it can be like, well, we have the Neue Klasse, back to the good old BMW styling that we had
Yeah.
in the 90s as well, in the 80s, in the 70s, and it should be all clean. We can just declutter everything we had, and this helps in so many points.
It's so exciting. Again, we talked about it earlier, but it's so exciting as a BMW enthusiast for many years to
Yeah.
see this sort of return to form.
Yeah. Thank you.
And then I mean, Max, from your perspective as the designer of the UI, this must have been one of the most fun
It was
projects
amazing.
you've ever had, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, this is a playground. I mean,
Yeah.
you've seen the whole jumping in this entire world, but
Yeah.
there's so much UI without needing a lot of surface.
Right.
That is
right.
the cool part. Like, it's still a car. It's a super clean and minimalistic car, but you still have a lot of UI in there.
And so then, and this is something that you also worked on the Mini Aceman, which has got some similar concepts that
Right.
are happening.
Right. We're using the dashboard
Mm-hmm.
at the Mini Aceman.
Mm-hmm.
We have a round screen, but we extend it. And over here, we have a physical part as well, which we include into the UI. So
Mhm.
that is going to be something in the future that the BMW group in general, will do.
Yeah, and so I guess maybe the last question, what's the driving concept behind reduction and minimalism? Because we've gone from little tiny screens to now giant screens everywhere, and now
Yeah.
what you're saying is we need to think differently.
Right. I mean, where do you want to go from an
Mhm.
A to A screen?
Mm-hmm.
That is the maximum. I mean, you can do
Mhm.
like a surround screen maybe,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, we just want to declutter again.
Mm-hmm.
Beauty and clarity.
Right. Minimalism at that point.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And even like I said, ShyTac, that's another part of
Yeah.
it. Swipe over it and will appear, and just 2-second push
Done.
and it will open. And that's all you need.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Thank you very much.
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it. This is awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your direction.
The BMW Vision D is really an exceptional vision car, exceptional concept for BMW for a number of reasons. I mean, the overarching sort of philosophy behind it, again, this is something that many of us have been asking for a while. It's a return to the brand's roots. So what we have here is exactly what we've been wanting. This proportionally almost perfect 4-door sedan, 3-box shape. It looks like a BMW from the future. It sort of harkens back to the past, and yet it's also really bold in some of its choices around technology. And what BMW is trying to do, in a sense, is allow for a lot of different type of experiences. If you want something that is very driver centric, that is minimal in the cockpit, you've got it. If you want something that's almost gamified, something that you experience that sort of makes you believe you're in a different world, you've got that too. And also on top of this whole thing, you've got a product that knows you, theoretically, if they can pull it off, that is really personalized to exactly your tastes, your needs, etc. So really interesting project that BMW has embarked on here, and it absolutely is going to, in certain ways come to fruition over the next few years. Can't wait to see that. Big thanks to Max from BMW, again, the lead UI designer on the BMWi Vision D, as well as the Mini Aceman, by the way. Really great work by him, and I presume his team. Obviously, a team had to put this together. There was a lot of things happening. A lot of things that were there that clearly showed sort of production intent, some that didn't. There were projectors in the ceiling, for instance, that were projecting on the side windows. There was e-ink, a couple places in the car. Now, BMW was saying that e-ink will happen potentially. It's possible, but that's something that I think is a little bit less of a, in my mind, at least the way I was looking at it, sort of concrete next step in the next couple of years. But that HUD, that heads-up display, absolutely is, and the whole concept behind minimalism or sort of reduction absolutely is. And those are the things that were really exciting. So that's it. Thank you so much. We will be, of course, back with more BMW news, reviews, and opinions in the future. Subscribe, and see you later.